Have you ever wondered if Jesus existed before he was born in Bethlehem? Many people think Jesus' story begins in the New Testament. But what if I told you that Jesus was there from the very beginning, long before the manger, the cross, and even before the world was made? In today's video, we will travel through the Bible storybook, uncovering moments where Jesus appeared long before his birth. The same Jesus who healed the sick and calmed the storm was also the God of the Old Testament. Welcome to the Bible Stories with Gian channel. Stay with me, because by the end, you will see Jesus in a whole new way. Let's go back to the very first page of the Bible. Genesis 1:1 says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." But who was this creator? The Gospel of John tells us, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Through him all things were made." John 1:1-3. This Word is Jesus. He was there before time, speaking the world into existence. Think about it. Jesus didn't start in a manger. He was there when the stars were placed in the sky. He shaped the mountains, filled the oceans, and breathed life into Adam and Eve. But that's just the beginning of his story. Now let's fast forward to a man named Abraham. One day Abraham saw 3 men approaching his tent. He hurried to greet them, sensing they were not ordinary travelers. He prepared a meal, and as they ate, one of the men made a shocking promise. "Sarah, your wife, will have a son." Sarah laughed. She was far too old for that. But the man replied, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" This was no ordinary visitor. This was God himself, appearing in human form. Genesis 18. Later, Jesus shocked the religious leaders when he said, "Before Abraham was, I am." John 8:58. In that moment, Jesus revealed he was the one who had visited Abraham. He wasn't just a prophet. He was the God who made promises to Abraham thousands of years earlier. Many years later, a man named Moses was herding sheep in the wilderness when he saw something strange, a bush on fire, but not burning up. As he stepped closer, a voice called out, "Moses, Moses!" Moses froze. Who was speaking? Then the voice continued, "Take off your sandals, for the place where you stand is holy ground." This was God himself, speaking from the flames. But when Moses asked for his name, God replied, "I am who I am." Exodus 3:14. Now let's connect the dots. When Jesus walked the earth, he often used the words, "I am," to describe himself. "I am the bread of life. I am the good shepherd. I am the way, the truth, and the life." Jesus was using the same name that spoke from the burning bush. The God who sent Moses to free his people was the same Jesus who came to free us all from sin. After Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, they found themselves in the desert, dying of thirst. God told Moses to strike a rock, and water gushed out, saving them. Exodus 17:6. Later, the Apostle Paul revealed something amazing. They drank from the spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. 1 Corinthians 10:4. Jesus wasn't just watching from heaven. He was there, providing life-giving water to his people. And he still does today. Throughout the Old Testament, a mysterious figure appears, the angel of the Lord. He speaks as God. He commands worship. He forgives sins. In Judges 6, this angel appeared to Gideon. When Gideon realized who he was speaking to, he cried out, "I have seen the Lord face to face." But wait, Jesus said in the New Testament, "No one has ever seen the Father." John 6:46. So if no one has ever seen God the Father, who did Gideon see? The answer is clear. It was Jesus appearing before his birth. One of the most breathtaking moments in the Old Testament was Isaiah's vision of God. Isaiah saw the Lord seated on a throne, surrounded by angels crying, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty." Isaiah 6:3. But John 12:41 tells us something amazing. Isaiah saw Jesus' glory and spoke about him. The one Isaiah saw on the throne was not just God, it was Jesus. From the burning bush to the throne in heaven, from the rock in the wilderness to the angel of the Lord, Jesus was there all along. This isn't just a history lesson, it's personal. The same Jesus who called Abraham, Moses, and Isaiah is calling you today. The God who parted the Red Sea can make a way for you. The God who provided water in the desert can satisfy your soul. The God who sat on the throne in heaven came to earth to die for you. And today, He is alive and calling your name. If this video has opened your eyes to the truth of Jesus, let us know in the comments. And if you want more powerful Bible insights, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching, and remember, Jesus has always been and will always be the one true God. See you in the next video. Take care. God bless you all.